Hello, we are live again. Sorry, we was having a bit of an echo with the sound, so I'm just trying to restart it, and I hope that's going to work better for us. We've actually already rescheduled this chat from last week because we had some connection issues, so I'm really hoping that everything is going to go smoothly tonight and we can listen to Harriet's wonderful stories. Hi guys, thanks for joining. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these sessions. I was just explaining before, I did actually take a bit of an unplanned break from Instagram. Well, it was kind of planned to have a week or so off, and I ended up actually taking quite very refreshing. It was amazing, but I have really missed doing these chats, so I'm really glad to see everyone coming back in. Hello, thanks for joining, guys. And yes, we have Harriet. Amazing. Let's see if the sound's better.
Hi. Hi.
Yeah.
Can you hear the echo?
Okay, I can hear you well, but yeah, I can hear myself echoing, which is strange. Have you got like a laptop or anything open?
No. I don't have a laptop.
That's so weird. Okay. I'm not sure. Can everybody else? Oh, hey, Betty, you made it. Thanks for joining. Can everyone else hear the echo, or is it just me? I'm really hoping it's just me.
Yeah.
Anyone there? I know there's a slight delay on the chat, but if anyone could let me know how the sound is, if you can hear the echo, if we are good. Fingers crossed. I'm having another slight technical hitch today because my little, I don't know what it's called, I can't think of the name, the mount that I use, my phone is kind of like falling over, so sorry if I'm a bit wonky, guys. Hopefully it will stay there okay. Is that, yes, we're good with the sound? Oh, you can hear the echo. Okay. Do we think it's okay? Is it bearable, guys? It's quite strange actually hearing my voice echoing. But do you know what? We really want to do this tonight. So I guess the small echo will be okay. Harriet's going to be doing most of the talking anyway. So as long as it's okay for everyone else. This is the idea anyway. Maybe we should just get started. Yeah? Okay, great. So just to introduce Harriet to everybody watching now and on catch up, Harriet is a travel journalist based in Kenya. And as soon as I saw her profile, I just knew that she was someone that I would want to get to know and to eventually do one of these sessions with. She really has just such a unique way of looking at things. I love her mindful approach to her work, and personally, you know, she's a wonderful lady. We do have a lot in common, as I said before in my post, for everyone that's seen it today. Basically, we both have quite a focus on unique experiences, but meaningful experiences, and of course, sustainability. So I'm really happy for you all to be able to hear more from Harriet, and please do make sure that after this you do go and check out her profile if you haven't yet. But for now, I will hand over to Harriet just to say a quick hello.
Hi. Hi, everyone.
That's
hello.
Yeah, okay, we can still hear me a little bit, but that's okay. So, if we could just get started then, if you would like to tell us, what is life like as a travel journalist?
Wow. So I'll start first by, you know, in Kenya we say habari or sasa. So habari means hello, guys. Hello.
Oh,
so
nice.
Today we'll learn a little bit of Swahili even as I talk.
Definitely.
So
nice.
Yes.
I think a lot of people
so
here love
you'll
to learn
get
language anyway, right? It's always good to know the local
Yeah.
lingo when you go somewhere.
Yeah. So life as a travel journalist, it's okay. It's fun. On the surface, it's fun because you get to travel to places, you take amazing photos. You meet wonderful people. I wouldn't trade that for anything. Like the experience that you have with people, like when strangers turn into friends.
Yes.
But you see, on this, that's the surface. But of course, when it comes to work, you go there, you're given like a specific amount of days to be in a place, and you have to get out of there with stories. Otherwise, how are you going to survive? And there have to be meaningful stories, and also stories that align to your inner being. Something that you believe, you stand for, and you believe in. So that's usually like a challenge, because sometimes you find this, you can go to a place, or you might just be tempted to just go to a place for the sake of just writing the story and getting over with, and done with. So I try as much as possible to really like write things that that are aligning to my values, and what is really meaningful, other than just posting stuff or just writing stuff to brag to people that I've been to places. So yeah, so that's just life of a travel journalist in a nutshell.
Yeah.
In a nutshell.
But
Yeah.
it's really important, as you said, to choose those stories that really align with your values, but also can really
Yeah.
explain to people the what's the way to describe it? Just a well-rounded view of things, which I know that you really do in your posts. I love reading
Yeah,
them,
yeah,
so in
yeah.
depth and just giving a really unique view of everything. So, how do you do
Yeah,
your
yeah.
research? How do you figure out where you're going to go, what stories you're going to work on?
So sometimes, like, once you get to know more people, they'll probably send you emails, check this out. So you'll check what they're saying first, and you'll be like, and then you try and find out if the destination really is, or the story is really good, or it's just, some PR stuff.
Mm,
And sometimes I do my own research. I just check out places. I go on the internet. I check out places that really are like people, probably a local community that is doing an amazing job, or a hotel, or a camp that is doing an amazing job in conservation, and they're, it's tourism, or probably a new property that is coming up that needs. That is doing an amazing job and needs needs publicity,
mm,
because I take my work as a calling, because
mm,
you know getting some of these people exposed to, probably that's the only way that other people can come and they can earn a living. So so that's of course the difference between a blogger and I really, like, I have a heart for this.
mm.
I'm not just doing it for people to just come and brag to people that I've been to this place or this place. So that's the thought process that goes on to looking for stories. And sometimes also, like, I get tourism boards. Like I work a lot with the Kenya tourism, my tourism board here in Kenya. So sometimes they call me to do stories, and I do it wholeheartedly, like as a patriot, because you're selling Kenya,
Mm.
and there's no greater honor than selling your country to the world.
Oh,
And especially when it's an African doing it. Like, in the past it used to be like, not in a bad way, that you guys taught us how to write, but
mhm.
right now we are telling our own stories, and
Mm,
we are going to these destinations, and telling the world what we know about, and using our languages to to express ourselves. So
yeah.
that's beautiful as
It
well.
is, of course. It's so beautiful to see a country through the eyes of a local, of course. Who knows it better than you, right?
Yeah.
Especially the amount you've been traveling
Yeah.
around. I know you've been and seen some amazing places in Kenya, so we'll definitely talk a little bit more about that. I just wanted to
Yeah.
highlight again what you'd said in finding the stories, that you really are trying to find companies that are doing good things and really
Yeah.
have a lot of meaning behind what they're doing, and you're giving them that promotion,
Mhm.
which I think is brilliant. I'm trying to do
Yeah.
something quite similar, to be honest. I think it's really, really
Mm.
important that we do honour the work that people are doing.
Yeah.
So,
So yeah. Mhm.
no, go ahead.
No, 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 no. I wanted. Yeah, you were saying something. I think I interrupted.
I was just going to say, I know that quite a bit of your work just around that really is based on sustainability, or not, well, kind of focused on sustainability. So, what
Yeah.
does sustainability mean to you?
So for me, most hotels like to sell, the green bit of it, like, conserving energy, and all those, which is nice,
Yeah,
because, if the environment is not protected, we won't have a future, we won't have forests, we won't have wildlife. It's very important. But I think, for me, it's how local people are being treated, you know, because, how you paying your workers, how are you hiring them, how you do they find meaning and value in your vision, when you talk to a worker, do you feel like they are one with the vision of the company, because one of the things that There are camps that you go to and you find like the whole staff is sold out to the entire vision, and that's amazing, because it means that this person is really like, if someone is concerned about your vision, it means that they are taken care of, their children are taken care of, you know.
Mm.
And I'm not saying that they go like way beyond and do, you know, exceptional things, but they are just small things that they can do to people. Not just paying school fees, but just doing, you know, there are very, you know, tangible things that they can do to the local community. Because sometimes, you know, you can go to places and you see the, yeah, disparity, like between the rich and the poor. Like the hotel is so magnificent, and the people around like are just wallowing in poverty. It's so, you know, I find it so, though some camps really try, they build hospitals, they build schools, you know,
Mm. Yeah.
they really try to educate the local people to actually, you know, find ways of just elevating themselves out of poverty, which is really, really commendable. But there are some who are just,
Some are just
yeah,
there kind of for show, you feel. I know that you've mentioned this
yeah,
before because we obviously share quite the same view on this. Really,
yeah,
sustainability is, of course, about the environment, about the wildlife, but also about the people. And I think that
yeah,
maybe there hasn't been as much light shone on the fact that it's about the people too. And
yeah,
you see the difference between what when hotels are kind of just greenwashing and they're saying,
mm,
"Oh, we do this, we're eco-friendly," you know,
we
and
did this,
really when they're
yeah, but
actually caring and taking care of the local community and the local people. Like I
yeah,
think something you mentioned in our first chat when we just spoke privately is if you've got this
hmm,
lovely hotel, but around it,
yeah,
everyone still their life hasn't improved at all, then it's a huge
then there's
shame,
nothing
right?
you're
Like
doing.
exactly, then they're not looking after the local people, and it's money really
Yeah,
needs to go back
I
into that.
think I think the definition of tourism should change, especially to probably the property owners. It should change from just making money to just impacting lives. You know, like the lives of the travelers who come to the place. Let them leave the place not feeling robbed. You know,
Mm,
the way you can go to a place and just feel like these guys were just all about the money,
yeah,
like they're not about you having the experience of being there, you know, you like leaving you with that, you know, sometimes you can just go to a place and feel at home, like even better than how you feel at home, and they'll still check up on you. Like it's more than just I want your money, I want you, and things. Just that's to me also sustain, like how you treating people, yeah,
yeah,
how
for
you
sure.
treating how you treating people who are not of your race, you know, how you treating people who do not have probably like they're not in the same social class as you.
Mm,
You know, do you make them feel like, since like they can't afford being there, like let's say they're just taken there by probably a company or someone else, like do you make them feel like they are VIPs even if they don't have money?
yeah,
Those
treating
are
everyone
key things
equally.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah,
So for
equality of
me,
people.
it's just those small tiny bits, and also just how you treat your people.
Mm,
If you treat your people well, they will take care of the environment, because whatever you say to them will make sense. You know, when you tell them don't litter around, they won't litter because
mm,
they've seen the benefits. When you tell them plant trees, they will plant trees.
yeah.
When you tell them about climate change, they will listen because they feel loved.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
And they're really going to understand because people shouldn't ever just be told to do things, right? People should understand why.
Yeah.
If you can explain to
Yeah.
people
They.
why in a
Mm,
compassionate way, then
yes.
they'll return that, right? It's just the rules of life.
They will. They will. And I think people respond well to love and
They
being
do.
taken care of.
Mm.
They really do.
And I love that about your
Mm.
work. You talk a lot about kind of emotions and just
Yeah, so,
how
yeah,
how people
sometimes I
live their
go.
lives. And no, I really love it. It's really beautiful that kind of accompanies the travel side because at the end of the day,
Yeah.
people are very much tied to travel. So tourism should be something that's beneficial for everyone involved.
Yes, for everyone, even like so. If for my stories, sometimes I get emotional with my stories.
Mm,
So I might probably like today is Madaraka Day, and you
Yes.
see,
Oh
I
yeah, I wanted
have,
to mention
yes.
that actually because it's quite funny the day that we picked. So can you explain everyone to everyone what that is?
So in Kenya we have, see, you know our past.
Mm-hmm.
We were colonized by the
Mm-hmm.
British. Then we got our independence in like some 58 years ago. Is it 58? Like 58, 59, 58.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, 58. So now, during that time, like we didn't have, like our forefathers didn't have like the right to own land. They didn't have, they were treated as third class citizens. Like they would walk around and they would look like they are not humans at all.
Mm.
So for us and for me, I treasure this day a lot because and I always try to like write posts about it to remind people because it's so easy to forget that someone else paid the price for you to enjoy what you're enjoying right now. That I can actually, get a passport and travel to the UK and no someone won't look at me like, what are you doing here? Like I'm a human being, in
Mm-hmm.
short, and that feeling of you're a human being is really special. It's something that I think we should never forget, that we should never allow our children to forget that I can actually travel this country, like I can tour every place, while in the past I had to have a pass. Like I couldn't just travel to any place. Like I was just subjected to be in a specific farm, working, tilling, and
Mm.
if there was any possibility of me becoming someone great, then like the colonial powers just make sure that I don't get to that level.
Mm.
That I can actually dream of becoming something and I can be. So that's special.
It is, and I love how you focus on the gratitude of the situation because I think in some of these kind of stories, when people are telling them, they're more kind of focused on the pain, which obviously it is a painful history.
Yes.
But if we focus on the
Yeah.
pain, we're never going to evolve out of it, right? So I think being grateful for what
Yeah.
you have and working towards the future is just a
And
brilliant
working
mindset.
towards the future as
Just
well.
one thing, Harriet.
Mm.
Sorry, there's quite a shadow on
Mhm.
your face now. If you could
Oh,
move
okay.
out a little bit.
Let's see.
There
There?
we go. It's a bit better. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's one of your favourite projects then that you've come across recently that you've seen, that you've been
Oh my
curious?
God. Sometimes choosing projects, I think I think every project that I embark on is usually has this special element,
Mm-hmm.
Like last week I was working on farm tours,
Yeah,
right? You must have seen
I
it in
did.
my Instagram.
Yeah,
Like
loved
we were
it.
just visiting farms, and I never really thought of like visiting farms as like I used to know about it, but when I immerse myself in it, when like meeting these people who have like they've taken land and transferred it to their children and their children's children, and they have the story about that, it was really something special.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that bit of tourism where the storytelling bit, where stories are handed down,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes people appreciate the places really, really much. And also, like, understanding like what we have in the country, our coffee, our tea, how it's processed. Most of the times we just find them on the supermarkets, and never really taking time to understand the process
Mm-hmm.
that goes on to get this thing on the shelf. When you see it, you appreciate. So
Sure.
I'd really advocate for the farm tours actually. So
Yeah.
and just seeing people taking time to teach others about this, it's amazing.
It is. It's brilliant, and
Yeah.
this is a really nice way, I think, for travellers to come and really understand as well how people are actually
Yeah.
living, how the area's developed.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
important, from what we was discussing again the other day, the quality of
Mhm.
the food that we're actually ingesting, the history of it. There's so many parts that are involved. It's a nice day out, of course, but we're also learning so much.
Mm.
And
Yeah, and
it's got such a
learning and
focus on
learning.
health as well. So
Yes, wellness,
yeah,
and you learn how to eat healthy, and
takes in a bit
it's
of
it's
everything, isn't it?
really, yeah, if people could incorporate this, like if you go to a country and you like insist on having just part of your itinerary as like having a farm tour, it can really change your life. Like it's so rich. It's really really rich going through that process. And then there are farms which even have, like, you can have the adventure bit where you go to a waterfall, not just learning, but you can just have your adventure bit as well.
Exactly.
And you breathe in the fresh air. It's really wonderful.
But these are the kind of itineraries that I love to do for people. Actually, it's my favorite. This is why this is my
Yeah.
because I love to really combine all of these different parts of travel. Like, there's just so much to learn and experience. Like, learning can be so fun too, right? Like, when it's
Very.
learning is very fun. I think for most travelers, anyway, people already understand that, right? There's just so much on offer in every single destination. It's incredible.
Yeah, everyone is just trying to market the place and stuff. But I find if you can add the learning bit, like people don't just come out with great selfie photos, great
Yeah,
Instagram photos, because sometimes I just get tired. Like what has that place changed you as a person? Has it given you like a new idea? Because when you come out of these places, you're supposed to probably come up with ideas, how to change your life. You met this person who does great interiors, and now you can even change how your room looks like. Just come out with something.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think actually transformational travel is really on the up as well. So this is those kind of experiences. But for me, every single trip has been transformational. There's so much that I've discovered everywhere I've been. And I think if you can travel with that mindset, you're going to bring so much more home than some photos, like you say. So
Yes,
where
true,
would you
very
say
true.
to us your favourite hidden gems in Kenya?
Oh my gosh! I think every place, but I love the north. I love Turkana a lot. It's in the northern part of Kenya. Because the place it has a beach in the form of the lake, and then it has desert. You can do like a desert safari. You can, like, it's so rich in history and archaeology. It's, oh my God, Turkana is, the only thing is that the place is very hot.
Oh, okay.
It's
Is that
very,
all year round?
so you carry, like, you buy water, like you drink water, like, I don't know, you just get thirsty all the time.
Yeah.
But the place is so rich and nice. So apart from Masai Mara, and those are just exhausted places. Like, we have Masai Mara, we have the beach. Kenya is rich. If you're adventurous, we have hiking places, we have hills. If you are sporty, we have Eldoret. If you like, Kenya is like, if you it will suit your every need. So if you're spiritual, there are places for yoga, or even religious places. If you're, every place, yeah. But Turkana is my favorite.
Brilliant. You'll have to send me after to remind me. I'm going to have a little look. It sounds like
I
a really
will.
good
I will.
all-rounder then.
In fact, my profile photo, if you've seen my profile photo on my Instagram page, that was in Turkana actually.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah, it's in Lake Turkana. That's Lake Turkana.
I really want to have a look after. I have such a thing about lakes. Like, I've not actually visited so many, but I really have this dream of like going and spending time around a lake. I don't know. It's probably just the calming body of water effect, no? Like, lakes
It
are
is.
calming, I think.
Yeah, lakes. I always have a dream of, like, one day owning like a big mansion, and then in front of me is either a lake or an ocean. I just have that view, or probably something green. I don't know, because it's so, like, lakes and oceans have this calming effect on you. Like, you just go there and feel like all the weight of life is just lifted, and
So
you're
true.
free to move on.
Yeah. Water is
Yeah.
so super calming. Even yesterday, I mean, I was just out where I live, catching the sun, making the most of this sunshine we're having, and we have a water fountain. And just hearing the water fountain, I just love it. It's
Yes.
just got such a calming
Oh,
effect.
that's nice.
Yeah, it's
You'll have to show me that photo.
I will. Yeah, I'll take you on a little tour maybe after. We can do a FaceTime video. Yeah, I'll show you. It's really beautiful, and especially now, as I said, we've got some sun. So Yeah, we're coming up to
That's
half an hour. We was
beautiful.
going to try and keep them to kind of half an hour, wasn't we? But I've got a few more questions for you that I want to ask.
No
So,
worries, no
okay, I
worries.
was going to actually ask if anyone has any questions for the audience, and just that second, right on on the mark. So, I'll let
Uh-huh.
Patty's question go first. This was, how is the COVID situation there right now?
So, of course, we still are being vaccinated at the moment. So, and of course, it's a slow process, but people are wearing masks. Hotels and camps are really ensuring that all the COVID protocols are being undertaken. So you can't go to places with no masks. And some of the camps actually have vaccinated their staff. So if you're coming as a tourist, just it's safe. It's actually very safe. Sometimes I think media, okay, I'm in the media profession, but I think we tend to, yeah, like we tend to, how can I put it? We
We know what
tend
you mean.
to,
Don't worry.
yeah,
You
we
don't
te-
even need to
yeah,
explain. I don't
so,
think we all know what you mean.
so, but there are travelers who are around, and it's safe actually. People are really taking precautions because it's their life, and so if you're planning to come to Kenya, it's just know it's safe. Yeah.
That's brilliant. I know, sadly, because of the restrictions with the UK at the moment, I've actually just had to move one of my clients' honeymoons from
Oh no. Oh
to
yeah, you told me
February.
about that.
Yeah, so we've moved to February, but the good news is, fingers crossed for February,
Yeah,
to come and experience.
February is also a good month actually to come to Kenya
Yeah.
because it's I hope you don't I still have the shadow, right?
Yeah, it's
I
come
can
back a
still
bit.
see. Yeah, yeah,
Moved a
yeah.
little bit.
Let me see how to put it. So February is a good month, I hope.
That's
Okay.
better, I think.
There.
Yeah.
Yeah. So February is a good month because it's not raining. You don't want to travel when it's
No,
raining.
exactly.
Because you won't enjoy the beach, you won't enjoy anything when it's raining, and even good photos. Me, I'm a photogenic. I love photos.
Yeah.
I love photos. So you won't take good photos when it's raining. February is good because it's also low season, so you'll be able to get good deals in the hotel. So it's a good month.
Well, yeah, at least I'm
Yeah.
glad that we've managed to reschedule to another good time, because August is obviously a fabulous time to come to Kenya for the Masai Mara
Yeah,
migration.
for the Masai
But
Mara.
yes, we've managed to get another good time for her. So fingers crossed, everything will go smoothly. So my
Yeah.
questions for you, firstly, was
Mhm.
what would you like the world to know about Kenya?
Oh my gosh. Kenya is, you know, apart from politics, which is in every country, you know, Kenya, if you're coming as a tourist, Kenya is a good country. The people are warm. You see, I'm a warm person.
Yes, you are a warm
Yeah, the
person.
people,
I can vouch for
yes,
that for sure.
you are like, the people are warm. And that's the first thing that really is attractive, because you don't want to go to a place where people are cold or people look at you suspiciously. It also makes you feel unsafe, you know. So when people are warm, you open up even to the places that are there. And Kenya is rich. We have history. Like we have the beach. Like I've repeated this severally. So you have the beach. If you're an adventurous person, you can go. We have hikes. We have lakes. We have, oh my God, we have even food. The food also is good, you know.
What is the typical food for
And
Kenya? Like, what's your favorite dish?
ugali.
What's
For
that?
me, it's ugali and fish.
Okay.
I love ugali and fish, and then there's something called kachumbari. It's tomatoes, onions, uh, and a bit of chili, and probably sometimes they add avocado on top. Is it called avocado? We call it avocado
Avocado,
here.
yeah.
So yes, so they mix it nicely, and then you eat with. Oh my God, you can eat until you just feel like you can't eat again. So that's my favorite, and also because I come from the lakeside. It's the western side of the Kenya. It's called in a place called Rongo, but it's in the western side of Kenya. It's Kisumu, and we have like Lake Victoria over there, one of the big lakes in the world.
Oh,
So the people around there are known for eating fish. So I'm Luo, so fish is natural to me.
yeah. Fish is
So
okay.
yeah, so that's but there's something else called nyama choma. Now that's like roasted meat, like meat roasted nicely with all those spices and stuff. And that's what is our favorite. That's what we offer guests when they come the first place,
And what
the
about
first day.
like vegans, vegetarian? Will they struggle in Kenya, or is there a lot of options as well?
No, 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 they won't struggle. Like most restaurants and camps are really open to, the vegetarian
That's
diet,
good.
the organic feeds,
Mm,
like the some like you won't struggle.
mm,
Like it's not something that you'll be introducing to a camp. So like most camps have adapted to the needs of the travelers.
brilliant.
So if you're vegan, there are vegetables around, like all those vegetables that you eat over there, you can come and eat. There's even pizza with veggies. So yeah, so you're safe.
Brilliant. And
Yeah.
what
Though
about
I'm not a vegetarian myself.
what was that? Sorry.
I'm saying I'm not a
No,
vegetarian myself.
but
No.
it's good to know that they cater for vegetarians, right? Because I know, for example, I've been to where was it? Might have just been what I found, but when I went to Dominican Republic, for example, most places that we went,
Uh-huh.
it was kind of like chicken and rice, and we
Oh
found it
my
quite often. So I
God.
thought, I mean, I'm not vegetarian myself. I don't eat a lot of
Uh-huh.
meat. I don't eat fish either.
Mm.
So very, very minimal
Mhm.
amounts. But still, I was thinking
Mhm.
to myself, wow, like vegetarians here wouldn't be doing very well. And of course, in
Yeah.
the capital, and in very,
Mhm.
very touristy places, I imagine
Mhm.
they would cater for vegetarians, but we were kind of going a bit off the beaten track. And yeah, it's just always good to know, because I think there's more and more vegetarians out there by the day,
Yeah,
I
you won't suffer like as a vegetarian. There are options.
suppose.
So long as you just tell them your request, you tell them that you're vegetarian. And I think most camps usually, like when you're checking in, they usually have that form where they ask you if you have any special dietary needs. So
Mm.
so they will know
Oh, for the camps for sure, yeah.
automatically.
I mean that's
Yes,
well
they will
taken care of.
know.
When we have clients that have specific dietary requirements, for sure, when we book something,
Mm,
if it's a camp or if it's like an all-inclusive resort, we know there's going to be no problems at least because they'll be well
even
taken care
even in
of.
the like. Mm.
And what was my
So
next question I wanted to ask you? Any advice for anyone wanting to get into travel journalism?
wow. Okay, that's first, the fact that you have the desire to join, to be like a travel journalist. It's a good thing.
Hmm.
Even me, I didn't like. I had the desire. Like, I used to see, the travel, like someone who's like all the travel columnists, like write their stories, and I would just say one day I will write, and it actually came. Like that day came, and I wrote my first piece. So one thing I'd advise them is to be consistent.
Mm,
Like, just because an editor hasn't, taken up your story doesn't mean that you're bad, like your work is bad.
yeah,
Just be
keep it up.
consistent with your story. Start with a blog, because that's what I started with. Just start with a blog and be consistent with it. Check out what other travel journalists are doing. Check out, if you want to be a writer to a specific magazine, check out their editorial character.
Mm,
How do they write their travel stories? Because every magazine, every newspaper has its own different style. So you don't go with your own ways of doing things. You check out how they like, how does this editor like, and also, if you like, check out their emails. Just send an email to them. Because most of the times people think that you need to have so many connections with people, but sometimes you don't. You just send an email. Like, take that step, send an email, send the email.
Brilliant.
and
Love that.
and,
Yeah, just
and
believe in yourself, right? Give it a go.
yeah, believe.
Yeah.
Like me, I didn't even know. So I just sent an email to this editor, and she was like, you know what, let's start with this. So what story do you have? And some are so generous, they'll guide you through it, they'll mentor you through writing.
Mm.
So don't ever
Oh,
feel like all hope is lost.
yeah, that's really
you know
reassuring to hear, actually. It's like anything
yeah.
in life,
and
isn't it?
hmm And when you okay, this is the heavy one, yeah. So when you get, like, if you get to the place where now you have people probably sponsoring your trip and they're paying for it, um please, 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 do a good job. You know, that's the only way other people are going to trust you. That's the only way that you're going to have more doors open to you, because the universe or God can trust you with that small opportunity. And you see, if you do your work badly, or if you act so entitled to it, of course, you know, the world is small. They'll just tell other people about you, and all those doors will close.
Yeah, for sure.
So just take your work seriously. Don't allow pride to get in the way, you know, where you start seeing yourself as just because you have like 20,000, 30,000 likes on Instagram, or 200,000. Now you feel like, you know, you can step on people and treat people badly. No,
Never.
just
Whether you
remain
have
humble.
30,000 likes on Instagram or not, you should never step on people
On
anyway. It's never going to
never,
get you far with
never.
that attitude. So, yeah.
No, no, no.
Okay, and my
Yeah.
final question for you is, what do you
Mhm.
love about travel?
Ah, oh my God, I have so many things to say about
It's
travel.
a tough
I
question, right?
love
Let's hear your highlights.
so my highlights. I love travel because first it makes me learn. You know, it opens up my mind.
Yes.
Because you know, if you stay in one place for a long time, there's a tendency to have like the same kind of thinking. There's a tendency to probably like you'll feel stagnated and choked. As in, you need to go to a different place where people are doing different things, and then it opens up your mind to know that you can do things differently. Like, your way is not the only way you can do it. You
Yes.
know, how you cook something is not the only way you can cook it. You can cook it in another way, and it will still turn out good. You see, that's the first thing I love about travel, like meeting new people and just expanding my network and expanding my mind, and also taking photos.
Yeah.
On a lighter note, yeah, yeah, but also like the impact, you know, and also the impact that I make to people. When someone says, like, people did not know that my hotel existed, but when you wrote that story, you know, people are booking like they are booking like crazy.
Oh,
That
that's
makes me
amazing.
so happy.
Yeah, that
You know,
shows your
especially
worth.
if it's a hotel that is doing a good job. If it's probably someone I met along the travel that is really doing a good job, and probably they need help, and I write that story and they get help. Like, I've had so many people I've met during travel. Some tell me that they took the story and then they hang it, like their grandma hang it on their living room,
Oh,
like
that's
it's more and every time they look at it they just cry and they say, God bless you. You know, that those are blessings. Okay, I'm spiritual, so
yeah.
you know, just that impact, that small impact really makes me happy, and
Mm.
makes me, even when sometimes the pay is crappy, but the fact that you're making an impact in someone's life really makes me sleep happy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Mm.
I think that's a lovely way to end the talk. It's so nice to
Yeah.
hear as well from your professional and your personal experience there of why you love travel. But it's
Yeah.
just so impactful, isn't it? And for you to get that impact back through the people that you're helping to promote those good causes
Mhm.
is just extra special.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
yeah, I think we're nearly on 45 minutes, so we're going to end there, guys. But thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to everyone who's watched this on catch up. Please do leave your comments, questions. You know, we will still respond to everything after. Please check out Harriet's profile if you haven't yet seen it, and
Yeah.
yeah, please follow her. You know, she's got some amazing stories. She'll give you the real insights to Kenya. She will also be posting something in our Facebook group tomorrow. So if you're not yet in the Facebook group, please do go onto the link tree on my profile and you will see the request for Adventurous Souls Club. And otherwise, stay tuned. There's going to be more stories coming. Sending lots of love. Enjoy the sunshine to everyone in the UK. And yeah, we'll be back soon. Bye. Thank you again to
Bye.
Harriet. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.